Well, hello there, knights. Welcome back to another glorious battle. My name is Apollo, and we are back in Middle-earth. My only question for you is, where was Gondor? Where was Gondor when Rohan needed them most? Well, this battle is going to answer that question. Okay, not really, because we all know where Gondor was during the time of crisis. They were in Gondor. They were just kind of like, Rohan, do we like them that much? I mean, they're a strong, independent nation. They can do their own things. They can handle things on their own. And then, long story short, the siege of Minas Tirith happens, and Rohan shows up to save Gondor. And at the end of the battle, they're like, hey, Gondor, we showed up to your aid. We even lost our king showing up to your aid, and you just got a new king. Like, this seems like a little unfair. I'm just curious, where the hell were you guys when we were pinned up in Helm's Deep, waiting for a miracle, huh? They're just like, we tried, we really did. And they set up this like conspiracy battle, like the government conspiracy, where they staged a battle so it looked like they were sending reinforcements to Rohan, but they were cut off by an Isengard army. Okay, so none of this is true, obviously, but it's pretty funny to think about that Gondor would try to stage a battle just to improve their relations with Rohan. It's just like, even Aragorn is in on it. And he's like, oh yeah, I was there, like, what is this? So, they just show to the battlefield, there's thousands of dead troops. They're like, see, we fought and Isengard stopped us. So yeah, this is basically a made-up scenario where the Isengard army cuts off the reinforcement force that was headed to Rohan, which is so funny. I love it. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the players, and we'll dive right into this battle. Really cool map. Here's the Isengard camp, which I assume Gondor is going to push and attack. So the first Isengard army is commanded by cannon fodder. Down here, we have the next player commanded by Enix Fitz. So yeah, pretty strong force here of those Uruk-hai pikes. And then way back here, the creator of this custom scenario, which is Sin of the Dark Cloud, looking like he's like playing the reserve force, the guard force. They're going to show up when it matters most. Back over here, we have 3 Gondorian armies. And just look at the size of these armies. This is why I love custom scenarios, because you have massive battles. But the first army is commanded by Peak. In the center Gondorian army, we have Dreezy 4K, and then the final Gondor army, we have Langho, I think is how you pronounce it. So let's go to normal speed and get this battle underway, where you can see Gondor is marching forward. I mean, they've got to get to Rohan. They're like, quick, boys, we got to break through this Isengard army if we're going to save our best pals, Rohan. So they're really, they're really laying down their lives to try to save Rohan. And right away, we've got some Warg Riders pushing forward, commanded by cannon fodder. I think we also have some Warg Riders pushing forward on this side as well, by Fitz. So yeah, they're going to push up and probably try to get a good hit on the archers. The spearmen are going to go right in the front and take on this charge. Oh no, the Wargs are going to try to get around there a little bit. I definitely think they're trying to use the gaps in between the Gondor armies, try to break through and get to those archers. But the archers are standing their ground, and they're opening fire at these wargs. And the wargs are just barely slowed down by the Gondor spearmen, who are trying to slow down their charge. But even if these archers get hit here, they're going to stand their ground, and they're going to fight the good fight. I love that Gondor armor. I just love it. And over here, the wargs have also charged, but it looks like Gondor has pretty successfully stopped their charge. And now the Warg Riders are going to have to run away with their tails between their legs, quite literally. But there they go. Actually, I don't know if wargs are like dogs, and when they're scared, their tails go between their legs. I wouldn't be surprised, though this is all fictional, so I don't know why I'm really getting into it too much. But yeah, are they still fighting the wargs over here? My God. Oh, there we go. They've broken them. God, I love Gondor is just a badass looking faction. I just love the sigil. I love the tree. The tree sigil. I love the fancy organized army. Like, this kingdom's got money. That's another thing that's just like, a spit in the face to Rohan. If you look at Rohan, they're like a horse people, like a Saxon horse people, you know? And they don't seem like their kingdom like generates a lot of money. Nothing like Gondor. I mean, look at the White City, for Christ's sake. I mean, Minas Tirith is massive, and it looks very expensive not only to build, but to maintain. Gondor's got money, and that's just even worse for them not showing up to save Rohan. Rohan is just like this peasant kingdom. Horses are fairly expensive to take care of, but yeah, you know, like, makes me sick. Gondor, where were you? Well, okay, anyways, here comes a charge. We got Uruk-hai Reavers who are a little out of position. They're like, oh crap, Gondor's charging. What the heck? But yeah, Gondor is going to bring the fight to Isengard. And I think the first ones to go in here is going to be the spearmen. Lots of arrow fire coming down here. And here comes the Uruk-hai Raiders. Clashing in here against these spears. And the spears are big. Oh, here comes some axemen. I'm actually really glad I'm going to see these. Well, there they go. There they go. Okay. Oh my god, they're charging into pikes. But I'm actually really glad to see them charge in because they do have that charge bonus. Though I wouldn't really use them as a frontline force like this. I would keep the shielded units like these guys, the Gondor infantry, put them in first. But look at that. Look at all the troops, man. This is crazy. And it's pretty cool watching Gondor versus Isengard because it's a matchup that you don't really see in the movies, obviously, because Gondor doesn't fight. Oh, now we got some artillery coming in. What is that? Let's see what that is. Way back here. Oh, they've got the big old ballista they used at Helm's Deep. So they're trying to soften up. Great range, great accuracy. And look at the thousands of Gondorian soldiers pushing into Isengard's lines. So Isengard is an excellent pike faction. One of the better pike factions, especially on the evil side. I mean, the dwarves have some good pikes as well. I mean, a lot of the factions have some decent pikes, especially on the good side. Like even Gondor has good pikes. But in terms of the evil faction, I think Isengard is the best pike faction, obviously, because they are fighting mostly a horse nation. But yeah, they are going to, or horse kingdom. It's not really a nation, but you get what I'm saying. Isengard's a little out of position here. There's a big gap, and Gondor is going to try to take advantage of that. They're quickly trying to maneuver. Now we just have some Uruk-hai infantry holding up against Gondor's spearmen. But they've got to watch that flank as axemen charged on the flank of these soldiers, and more of the infantry pushing up here and attacking the Uruk-hai infantry. So let's zoom out a little bit, get the bigger picture of what's going on. We can actually slow it down here a tad bit, do half speed. So yeah, it looks like most of the Gondor infantry has engaged, especially way up here in the northern section of this battle. And my god, they're really clumping up this Gondor infantry. They're using just sheer force to try to break through. Isengard using their berserkers, very terrifying berserkers, and easily winning on this front. Again, they are using a lot of archers. We've got Rangers of Ithilien. They've got some marksmen of Carandros, some Gondor archers. So a lot of archer fire firing down and trying to soften up this flank. So yeah, he's not, I mean, that might be why he's not sending in a ton of infantry, because he is trying to soften this side up without infantry, using, you know, a distance, using his arrows. So I'm curious, since he has all his archers focused over here, if he's actually going to be able to punch a hole into this pike formation and maybe send in some more infantry once they break through. But there's also some Isengard archers and, of course, the artillery. Look at the arrow. Look at the, oh my god, it's even the ammo has been modded. You see that? It looked just like the movie, the ballista ammo. Very cool. So let's go back to normal speed. And look at this front line. Look at it. This is ridiculous. So many troops on the battlefield. Open gap here. Big open gap. And now we have some Isengard trolls, trolls of the White Hand, who are in the mix trying to protect this gap that's been exposed by Gondor. And now he's got troops in the back lines swinging around and flanking the Uruk-hai infantry who's holding the front line. There's so many troops on this battlefield right now. My question now is, where is Sin of the Dark Cloud? Where is Sin? No, he's got troops moving up. It's always one of my favorite roles in Total War, whenever you're the reinforcement guy, because then you get to kind of sit back and watch the battle and pick and choose where you need to send troops over. It's pretty cool. I like being the reinforcement guy. But this is just like a bloodbath here, just an utter bloodbath going on. This epic long front line, and it's gonna be going on for a while here. I mean, there's some places that aren't even getting attacked. They're getting hit with arrows, though, for sure. And then down here, there's a small pocket of fight. I mean, there's just so many troops everywhere. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know how many troops are on the battlefield. You will see at the end of this battle. But here comes more Gondor forces, more axemen trying to use this charge ability. There we go. Oh, could you imagine getting charged by those big old axes? That'd be terrifying. I don't care if you are an orc or an Uruk-hai. Seeing a guy in full suit of armor with a big old two-handed axe charging at you full speed, God, that would be terrifying. So it's a pretty close battle over on this flank. The center's looking really good for Gondor. Really good. These trolls they got to take care of. Trolls are doing some damage. Doing lots of damage. And then back here, Gondor is doing especially well. This is a big concern. And now we have even Uruk-hai archers going into the mix to try to contain this Gondor army. It's never a good sign to see archers being committed into the front line so early in the battle. Now, I assume they used all their ammo, but still, seeing them charge in like this to try to contain this army is a little concerning for Isengard on this flank, as cannon fodder is doing the best he can with his Uruk-hai. I love this berserker pike combo too. Seems to be pretty effective. And here we go. Here we go. They've opened up a gap and they're going to use it. Now he is using his archers as an infantry unit, but they are flanking around, and we got a little bit of a cav charge trying to contain that flank. We got champions of the white hand. Oh! Look at it, flying men of Gondor. So excellent job with the cav trying to prevent any kind of damage here, trying to stop the bleeding, essentially, and protecting the flanks of his army. But I don't really see his pikes holding on here for much longer. So this entire flank is going to crumble. I mean, this is just a tsunami of troops. And we've got a thin wall of Uruk-hai who just cannot hold for much longer, especially now that the wall is about to be flanked by hundreds of spearmen. We've got more trolls in the mix, again, trying to protect the back lines of Isengard. I wonder what's the average, like, for every 5 seconds, how many troops do you think are dying? Every 5 seconds. Are these guys breaking? Oh, big break here from Gondor. But yeah, like, how many troops do you think are dying every 5 seconds? I have no idea how you'd even estimate that. I really have no idea how you would even try to figure that out. I guess you could, like, whatever. I'm not going to get into the math of trying to calculate how many soldiers are dying per 5 seconds. But I'm sure it's a good amount. But yeah, Gondor has really cleaned up on this side. I think Isengard's going to win this very flank as soon as they surround these axemen, which is going to be great for them, because then they can free up more troops. It looks like they're already committing infantry. You got some Uruk-hai infantry headed towards this center battle because they are desperately trying to hold on here against the Gondorian army. The pikes are just getting overwhelmed. But yeah, they're just charging in Uruk-hai wherever they have, wherever the small parts of the battle that they've won. They're just trying to charge in and deal with the Gondor infantry that's just bleeding through their lines. Gondor infantry surrounded. They should break here. But yeah, definitely Gondor on this side is showing the most promise. And the artillery, though. Oh, God, look at this. Look at this. So many troops of Gondor fighting a small handful of berserkers. This is perfect artillery material here. Nice little flanking charge. I think Gondor sending in a lot of their archers that used up most of their ammo to try to get to the ballista. Seems like they're trying to fight their way to the ballista. And Sin, look at this. Sin of the Dark Cloud has set up like a last stand around the camp. At this point, I would try to fall back. Now they can't. Gondor can try to flank around and get behind Sin of the Dark Cloud. But if I was on Isengard's team, I would be saying, hey, everybody fall back to Sin of the Dark Cloud. Try to get all of your troops over to that side because we are losing. It's too open. There's too many of them. Get back, fall back. And I don't think, let's see, are they falling back? Well, I got a couple archers over here. Some infantry. So it seems like they're falling back a little bit, but I think they're going to need more troops. And Gondor's not even like slowing down. They're still pushing up their infantry. Pushing up the infantry and already taking on this final reserve force of Isengard. I like that. It's pretty cool. I like this epic last stand from Isengard. Isengard Ballista about to open fire here. I can't wait to see what they're going to go for. There's a big blob right here. Go for it. Come on. Come on. Come on, loose. Loose. There we go. And what do they go for? I have no idea. What are they destroy? Destroy our tents. Don't let them take our tents. Leave nothing behind for the enemy. Like, it looks like he was going to destroy his own little camp there. I don't know what he's doing. But here comes Gondor, man. They are coming. And another epic brawl is about to begin. But also keep in mind, guys, Gondor here, they have seen battle. They are tired. They have taken casualties. This Sin of the Dark Cloud, this Isengard army commanded by Sin of the Dark Cloud, they're fresh. They're ready to go. Now, there is a gap here he's got to watch out for. He might want to push up his pikes. So you see... Okay, no, this is Fitz here. This is not Sin's army. So some of the players who were in the initial battle do have some troops left over who are trying to slow down Gondor's push. Here comes some spears going around. Sin of the Dark Cloud charging in some crossbows, who I assume used all of their bolts. They have no more ammo. Because that would be a waste of a crossbow unit, obviously. And here comes more archers coming in. Again, trying to slow down Gondor, buy more time for the final Isengard army to set up. The balance of power is dead even, guys. Allies killed 76, 77 now. So allies in this perspective of the replay is Isengard, 66% is Gondor. So more of Isengard has died, at least percentage-wise. Now the pikes are moving up. Gondor spearmen getting cut down by the Uruk-hai infantry. Look at all the arrows flying in here, trying to soften up the Uruk-hai pikemen. Let's see. Let's look at their archers. Yeah, they still have a ton of archers. Now, how much ammo do they have? I have no idea. I assume they still have a decent amount. Probably a little under half ammo, somewhere around there. It really just depends how much they used them in that initial fight. But now they're going to rely heavily on them to bring down the pikemen here. And that's not a surprise by any means. That's the best way to take out pikemen. Nice, got some Marines over here on the flank, trying to attack the flank of these Uruk-hai, the swordsmen. God, I love Isengard. One of the most awesome looking factions in this universe, in this world we call Middle Earth. There we go. More pikemen pushing forward. Look at this. Look at this. Isengard is going for an epic charge here. Isengard's like, ride out and meet them. There they go. And I think they're just trying to get to these archers, trying to slice them up. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the mini-map and try to get a bigger picture of what's going on. We can even zoom out too. You can see that Gondor's a little unorganized, it seems. And Isengard's really trying to take advantage of that. They got troops pushing everywhere. We got a lot of breaking from Gondor. Lots and lots of breaking going on. Gondor's keeping up the good fight. Isengard's pushing his advance. I think he's trying to push to these archers. Maybe trying to make Gondor uncomfortable, feeling like, hey, we got to push up our archers. We can't sit back anymore. Who knows? It's still very, very close. I mean, look at the balance of power. And I'm sure the percentage is starting to change now, because it does seem like Isengard is really rounding up Gondor and just slaughtering them. Here comes a push from the Marines. Flanking some Isengard forces. Look at this. Oh, man. Look at this flank here, though. How did I not see this? Yeah, Gondor must be going around this way. They must have were able to sneak into this gap. But Gondor has now pushed a ton of troops on the flank. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Holy crap. Did you see? Oh my god. Oh my god. That ballista is insane. Oh, you got to take that out. That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. You've got to take this out in this battle. If Gondor needs to win this, they've got to go for that, because they just lost hundreds of troops there. Another nice flank here by some axemen. Oh! God have mercy on these brave souls. Could you imagine? I mean, seriously. Fighting the very deadly pikemen of Isengard and then getting hit on the flank from this ballista. What the hell? That would suck. It's not even a fair fight. Balance of power now 85 to 82%. So you can see Gondor is starting to lose a lot of men here. They're just so eager to save Rohan. They're like, we just gotta fight through these. Gotta fight through these men. And they're certainly doing that. Gondor axemen now starting to peel away from the main battle and get to this ballista. Maybe this ballista can get one more volley before it's attacked. Or maybe they can even shoot the cross or the axemen here and save themselves. It's only 20 axemen. Come on, one more volley. Come on. Oh no. No, they're gonna get charged. There they go. Darn it. Gosh darn it. So they charge in, nothing they can do there. Gondor still has troops just running everywhere. Like it's amazing. I guess I wasn't paying attention over to this side of the battlefield. But it's just like out of nowhere, Gondor comes around the corner with thousands of troops. So let's try to get a bird's eye view and see what's going on. I think this is all that's left of these two forces. So what do we have down here? Isengard. Sin of the Dark Cloud had some archers way behind enemy lines. What the heck? Why does he have so many? They must have been chasing down these guys over here. Oh my god, there's troops over here too. Oh my god, there's fighting way down here. What is this? They're chasing down troops. I don't think he realizes it. No, he's chasing down rangers who are like, we like to stay at a distance and use our bows. And he catches up with them a little bit. But yeah, Uruk-hai infantry closing in. Now we have the pikemen, fresh unit of pikes moving up. Gotta quickly get over here. Only half the force of Isengard remains. So it seems like Gondor has a lot, but again, remember, a lot of these units are archer units. Now they're closing in. Closing in on these troops. And it seems like Isengard might have a control on things here. They might have this under control. The balance of power is greatly in favor of Isengard, but the percentages are very close still. But I think Gondor is just running out of good troops. Every time I see Gondor, it's like an archer unit. Now we got archers v archers. Yeah, that balance of power. Jeez. It's really in favor of Isengard. But you know, that's part of the government conspiracy, right? I mean, Gondor's supposed to lose here because they couldn't save Rohan. Sorry, Rohan. Oh, what? The ballista's still firing? Did they kill the axemen? The crew killed the axemen? That's funny. Yeah, they killed him. They must have. Yep, they broke. They did another volley. It just like a shot of victory or something because it didn't really hit anyone. But yeah, Isengard is now just stampeding across the battlefield and crushing the Gondorian forces. Oh! Good charge there. This might be the last unit on this battlefield. And there they go. They break. And this is going to be a victory for Isengard, but a very close fight. And just look at the carnage of this fight. There's death everywhere. Look at all the units that were on the battlefield. Insane amount of units. Really great fight. Really, really enjoyed this one. A cool little scenario. And we know what happened to Gondor. Where were they? Well, they were here, losing a battle to Isengard. So, problem solved. Problem solved, Rohan. Now get off our backs. Jeez. So here's the kills. Here's the kills. You can pause it if you want to look at closer detail. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little custom scenario. And I will hopefully Sin of the Dark Cloud has actually made more custom scenarios. So I'm excited to release those and show you these battles. And yeah, it's gonna be good fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.